So today is the fall equinox, and it's a really powerful day energetically. It's a day that really gives us the opportunity to connect to the energy of nature, to really remember that we are part of that cycle of nature. Because we can achieve balance any day, but on the day of the fall and the spring equinox, those days, there is this opportunity to just kind of harness the energy that's already there, that's waiting for us. It's a day when the dark and the light are naturally equal, and everything kind of is on an even keel. And that includes what goes on inside of us. You know, that tug of war between what we could do and we should do and we didn't do. And like all that stuff, we have the opportunity to move past that with a little bit more ease today, by just riding the wave of the energy that is available to us, by just really starting to recognize that, you know, we are just a microcosm of the macrocosm. We really are part of all of this, right? Everything that makes up our body, it's the same thing that makes up everything else in nature. So close your eyes and start to feel the energy around you and see if you can start to notice a balance of the energy, almost like a pond of water that's completely still, right? It's just so still, there's nothing moves. And then all of a sudden a ball comes kind of like bobbling through, right? The rest of the pond is very still, but that ball, that bobbling ball, is so apparent because it's the only thing moving. So when you come to this point of stillness right now, notice where inside of you is the energy of that bobbling ball. What's calling to you? Whatever that place is, it might be your mind, it might be someplace in your body, it might be your breath. Notice what that place is, and then begin to focus your attention there. And see if you can get that place to become as still as everything else around you. See if you can love that place inside of you into stillness. Along with this energy of the equinox comes the opportunity to dive into things that maybe you started and stopped and started and stopped, and really start to move toward the energy of completion. It's also a beautiful time to plant seeds and look at what it is that you want to really grow, right? Grow around you, grow in your life, grow in your mind, grow in your heart. And really move into planting those seeds. Look around your space. What do you need to move or to get rid of to make more space? Is there anything in your home, in your space, in your mind, in your body that no longer serves you, that you've been meaning to get rid of and that you just can't seem to get rid of? Today's the day. Today's the day to just move it aside, to repurpose it. So just some things to think about. The nature gives us so much so freely. The question is, are we going to take it? You know, are we going to run past it and not see it? Or are we going to accept the gift of balance today, of ease in that balance today? So we're going to move through a couple of kriyas that are going to help us tap into that energy of balance. Close your eyes. They're not already closed. Just come into your seat. Come into your breath. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Rub those hands together, reminding yourself of that fire within. And then bringing your hands to stillness. We'll tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Nice deep inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Guru Namo Om Namo Guru Namo. Pause and feel. And then moving into Ad Gare Name, Celestial Communication Version. Hands at the heart, Ad Gare Name. Third eye, Jagat Gare Name. Open Sat Gare Name. Palms together, back to the heart, Siri Guru Deve Name. 3 times. Ad Gare Name. Jugat Gure Name. Sad Gure Name. Siri Guru Deve Name. Ad Gure Name. Jugat Gure Name. Sad Gure Name. Siri Guru Deve Name. Ad Gure Name. Jugat Gure Name. Sad Gure Name. Siri Guru Deve Name. Pause and feel. Maybe noticing in the side of you that sense of equilibrium beginning to settle. This chant for protection protects us from distractions that lead us away from those things that will support us in really embracing that which we are being called to, that which we desire. So the energy of Ad Gare Name today serve to shield you from distractions as you dive so deeply into this opportunity to find balance, find peace, to really develop a relationship with your soul. Take another long, deep breath here. We're going to start with a little bit of breath meditation to remove negativity. So open your eyes, and your right hand, both hands are going to be palms facing up. Your right hand is going to rest in your left with the fingers crossing. So kind of a little cup right on top of left, fingers crossing. Bring that into your heart. And just look down. Close your eyes 9/10 of the way. Just start to breathe naturally. Your elbows are relaxed at your sides. Take a few natural breaths. You're going to begin to inhale through a long, steady stroke through the nose. And then you're going to exhale through O-shaped mouths, a nice, steady, long stream of breath. And as you breathe, you're going to feel that breath pouring into your cupped hands. And as you breathe this way, the eyes just slightly open, staring into those hands. You're going to allow your mind to bring up any negativity that it wants. Any worries, any fears, any self-talk, anything that is floating around, those shadow energies. Let them come up and imagine with each breath releasing the energy of them into your own palms, into your own heart, because those palms are an extension of your heart. The heart is the transformation point, that balance point, that merging between the higher consciousness and the denser energies of the earth. Nice long inhale through the nose. Nice long exhale through the rounded mouth. All of Kundalini Yoga is designed to give you an experience of your soul. So every exercise we do brings balance to something. As we balance the masculine and the feminine energy inside of us, we start to create a space where all of the prejudices that we've developed in our lives and our minds begin to dissolve. Because a prejudice is an over-identifying with something. When we bring ourselves back to balance, back to center, as we allow the negativity to rise up instead of pushing it away, and then we release it to be transformed. In this place of acceptance, that negativity begins to balance with the positive energy. We find this place where we don't over-identify with anything, whether we label it good or bad, we don't over-identify. And the prejudices that we have, the preconceived notions about people and things begin to dissolve. Another minute here. Long, deep breaths. Celebrating the energy of the equinox, harnessing that energy, accepting that gift today. From here, take a deep, deep inhale. Hold the breath in. Exhale completely. Hold the breath out and begin to visualize your spine, every vertebrae. And as you do, stiffen that spine. Keep that breath out. Let everything stiffen up. Get stiff as a rod. Breath out, breath out, breath out. Lock the navel point up. And then inhale powerfully through your nose. Exhale completely all the way out. Lock that navel center up. Visualize that spine get stiff, 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 stiff. Inhale completely. One more time. Exhale completely. Everything tighten up. Hold that breath out, 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 out. Inhale, let everything relax. Close your eyes and feel. Maybe move your focus back to that place that was that bobbling ball in the beginning, that movement in the stillness, and notice if there's any shift. Maybe yes, maybe no. Always taking the time when we become aware of something that's bringing us out of balance in our bodies and our minds and our emotions, taking the time to revisit it time and time again to notice if the tools that we use have any kind of an effect. Right? Sometimes I'll do work on something, I'll have a headache, let's say, and I'll do some work. And then I'll maybe take an aspirin too. And then an hour later, when the headache's gone, my mind says, oh, that aspirin worked. It forgets about the other stuff, right? It forgets. So really, really diving deeply into the acknowledgement of the gifts that you give yourself. All right. So we're going to move into a Kriya, but first let's do a little bit of warm up. Hands on your knees and just begin spinal flexes here. Inhaling forward, exhaling back, moving at a slow pace at first. And then as you feel that spine warming up, going a little faster and faster, bringing your breath. Letting that breath be nice and slow as you move slowly. And as you pick up your pace, at the end of the next 2 minutes, I want you to find yourself a breath of fire, moving fast enough to create a breath of fire as you work your way up to that pace. So ask yourself during this very auspicious day, what is it that you've been stalling out on or hesitant to complete? Maybe what are you looking to begin? What's been calling you that you've been kind of putting on the shelf for later? What do you need to get rid of to make space in your mind, in your house? What negative thoughts or beliefs are standing in the way of you moving forward? Bring them all to your consciousness today. Give them to the balance of the equinox. See what happens. All right, last 30 seconds. Move into that breath of fire. Move as fast as you can. Inhale forward, heart up to the sky. Hold that breath in. Squeeze the pelvic floor, navel center, eyes up. Hold that breath. Exhale and relax. Fingers to your shoulders, thumb in the back, 4 fingers in the front. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. Twisting that body. Yeah. Letting the rest of your body relax. Noticing where you're holding, where you're tightening. There used to be an old paradigm in our society, no pain, no gain, and that is being replaced by an air of gentleness to ourselves, of bringing to ourselves what it is that we want to bring to the world. I can be so gentle with my loved ones and so harsh with myself. That harshness takes that gentleness and moves it to a place of imbalance. In order to really show up in this world as true gentleness, as true kindness, as true compassion, I have to be included in that equation. Me and those people that piss me off, they have to be there too. Come to stillness. Let your hands move to your knees. Close your eyes. Pause and feel for a moment. And opening your eyes, we're going to begin our first Kriya. It's to balance the aura. The auric energy, when it's balanced, everything that filters through it finds the sense of balance. That's a good place to start. You're going to sit in easy pose. You're going to bring your hands so they're facing each other. And the fingers are they're not going to touch, but they're going to energetically overlap a little bit. They're going to, either one, doesn't matter if it's the right or the left, just overlap a little bit. Okay? And you're just going to begin to, with your eyes 9/10 of the way closed, staring at those fingers, you're going to begin to move your elbows out and then in, out and then in, out and then in. So you're going to stare at those fingers. Fingers going to move apart a little bit. So it's not going to be, it's not wide. Yep, you guys got it. Just staring straight at those fingers, eyes 9/10 closed. Let your breath move with your hands. This is an exercise to clear your vision, to clear your eyes, to clear the way that you see the world, the way that you see yourself. So it works with the physical eyes. It also works with the spiritual eye. When we clear the eye, then everything else gets cleared. That's the beauty of this practice, is that we have so many layers to us. We don't have to move through every layer, our emotions, our mind, our body, in order to clear the others. We find one place and we bring that place into balance. And when we do, everything else begins to find balance. We don't have to dive so deep. All we have to do is be consistent and aware. Almost there. For the last 30 seconds, go a little faster. Make sure those eyes are 9/10 open so you see this blur moving in front of your eyes. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Hold that breath in. Squeeze that pelvic floor. Navel center. Reach up. Exhale your hands down to your knees. Pause. Feel. And then opening your eyes. Roll over into tabletop. Once you get there, you're going to curl your toes. Bring your hips up to the sky. Walk your hands back to your feet. Maybe grab opposite elbows and swing from side to side for a moment to release that lower back. Bend your knees a little bit. And then as you make your way back to center, let your arms come back toward the ground. Bend your knees slightly as you inhale your arms wide up around, bringing yourself up to a stand. Let your palms come together. Bring that prayer down to your heart. Pause. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the breath moving through your body. Feel the balance of everything around you. Let your hands come down to your sides. So we're going to move into archer pose. Your right foot is going to step forward, bending into that right knee. Your arms are going to come out like a T. Your right hand is going to be forward with the thumb up. Your left arm is going to be back as if you were pulling on a bow, right? So both hands are like this, and you're pulling back. And from here, you're just simply going to begin to rock forward a little deeper into that right knee and then come up, forward and up, a very slight movement, just back and forth. And that's the whole exercise. Eyes closed. If you feel off balance with your eyes closed, then you can open them slightly. Just imagine that thumb leading you forward and your backhand pulling you back. Just feel the balance of the sway. If you need to move your legs a little bit further, parts that are not like railroad tracks, get a good foundation, do that. It's the beauty of Kundalini yoga. Well, there's much beauty to it, just like there is in every kind of yoga, but it's not about alignment. It's about finding a firm foundation. And it's also not about struggle. A lot of people, I think, misinterpret Kundalini as being something that is supposed to almost be punishing. Like you have to go to this place of punishment before you can really get the benefits. And I don't find that to be true about Kundalini yoga. I feel that it's a very forgiving practice and that it asks you to move to your edge, but it doesn't ask you to experience pain. And in fact, it asks you to release pain. A few more sways. And the next time you come back, pause. Let your hands come down, step your front foot back. And switch sides. Left foot comes forward, left knee bends. Moving your arms into a T. Left hand forward, right back. Those thumbs up. Find your firm foundation and begin to sway forward and back. Closing your eyes if you can. If not, just stare straight ahead at that thumb. Finding balance here. This pose balances the energy of the future of moving forward with the energy of the past moving back from the place of the present. So it brings all of those energies together. It allows you in your mind, in your heart, in your emotions to reconcile everything you've been through, everything you're moving toward with what you have now. True balance is in the present moment. We're always thinking ahead or worrying. We can stand with what we have right now, the information we have right now, without letting our minds get ahead of ourselves, right? The emotions we have right now, if we can let ourselves feel those. We can notice the thoughts that are batting around right now. We can decide which ones we want, which ones we let go of. There's so much power in this present moment that's fed information from the past and that helps us to pave a future that is loaded with the energy of our desires, our dharma. Next time you come back, stay. Those hands come down, step that front foot back. Eyes closed, just pause and feel. See if you can actually feel that energy of reconciliation, everything around you coming into the energy of balance. Think about that energy of the word prejudice, over identifying with something. It's so simple. We identify with something so strongly that we believe that anything unlike that is not okay. So instead of making everything around us just like that, if we can let go of the identification and open our minds to this world was flooded with that kind of energy, one person at a time. Whoa. Be a place of allowing unconditional love. All right, from here, inhale your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, dive down towards your feet. Plant your hands. Walk your body forward into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, you're going to rock forward into plank for a moment and then lower yourself all the way down to the mat, onto your bellies. Keeping your hands where they are. You can bring your elbows back a little bit. You're going to move into somewhat of a cobra pose. So come on up, or your chest, your shoulders up. You're going to straighten your arms here, though. And then from here, you're going to rock your hips back up to the sky, moving into that downward facing dog. And then you're going to lower back down into that cobra. And just keep going. I'm just going to do this for 1 minute. Go at your own pace. Feel the palms of your hands, the soles of your feet, supporting you as you transition. Feeling the energy of balance moving you, moving through you. Let it become a little dance that you do with yourself. Feel the balance between your physical body, your breath, your emotions, your soul. Notice if you are too much in your mind here, or if you're too much in your physical body. Where can you lighten up? Maybe start with a smile. Somehow the energy of a smile immediately starts to bring things into balance. You ever have a good argument with somebody and like right in the middle of this argument, one of you just like looks at the other and smiles and starts laughing, and then you start laughing, and then all of a sudden the whole argument that was so serious was so silly, right? It just doesn't matter, it just dissolves. That used to happen to my oldest daughter all the time. We'd both be so silly and so dug in to our point, and we both realized how ridiculous we sounded, but we weren't giving it up until one of us just kind of lost it and started laughing. Next time you come down into Cobra, stay there. Make a pillow with your hands as you lower your head. Just pause and feel. And slowly make your way up to a seat. And for the last exercise in this Kriya, we're going to do a little chanting. The chant is Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Gyo. And what you're going to do is sit in easy pose. Your hands will be on your knees in Gyan Mudra, palms up, pointer and thumb together. And for the first Wahe Guru, as you say Wahe, you're going to pull your navel up and back. And then the Wahe on the Wahe Gyo, you're going to pull your navel up and back. For the two in between, it's going to be everything's going to be relaxed. At the end, when you say Wahe Gyo, we're going to do a quick breath of fire, just once in and out. Right, just once. Got it? And then we're going to do another round. So it's a little awkward, right? It's going to be like this. It's going to be Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Gyo. And then again, Wahe Guru. Got it? All right. Let's do it. Eyes closed. Gyan Mudra. Begin. Wahe Guru, Waheguru, Waheguru, Wahegio, Waheguru, 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 Wahegio, Waheguru, 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 Wahegio, Waheguru, 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 Wahegio. Keep going on your own. Next time you find yourself taking that one little breath of fire, release everything and just move into your natural breath. This is for a 1 minute silent meditation before we move on. And opening your eyes, I'm going to move into a second Kriya. So we've moved the negativity, we've balanced our auric energy. And so now this Kriya allows us to access the source of strength inside of us. It reminds us that everything comes from the inside. So you're going to take your hands, place your palms forward here, bring your hands into Gyan Mudra. Your eyes are going to be closed and focused up, and you're going to just start to rotate your wrists. You rotate your hips too if you want. Bring them all the way out and then all the way back in. Just keep going, eyes closed. Just rotating out and in. Let your breath be soft and gentle. As you move and flow, let this become your own rhythm, your own dance. Really allow yourself to dive so deeply into the energy of it. You all look so beautiful. Everybody is doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, and you're doing it in your own rhythm. It's beautiful to watch. We find our own sense of balance when we touch that place of our soul. We show up in this world in a way that's so naturally beautiful because it comes from so deep within. It comes from our truth. We become those people that make a difference just by walking into the room. We allow everything that is not who we are to move away. What rises up is extraordinary every time. And when we carry that into the world, we make a difference. Accessing the source of strength within you. Our fur babies know that already. They just be who they are. We keep doing this stuff, we're going to be as smart as our fur babies. For the last 30 seconds, move as fast as you can. Really fast. Inhale your arms out to the sides, fingers nice and stiff. Pull that root lock, Mula Bandha. Exhale, let your hands come back to your knees. Eyes closed, just feel for a moment. I love the pauses in Kundalini. I always feel like I can actually feel my cells, maybe even my DNA, just kind of moving around and resettling. Notice what this movement, this breath does. And opening your eyes, float your palms up overhead, press them together. You're not going to interlace your fingers. You're just going to be in prayer overhead. And from here, begin to rotate your torso around your hips. Doesn't matter which direction you go in. Close your eyes. And again, make this a dance between you and you. Dance with your soul. Let yourself be so present with yourself, giving yourself undivided attention, giving your soul the acknowledgement, respect, the love that it deserves. Your soul is everything. Your soul doesn't need to be balanced. Your soul is already in perfect balance. It just patiently watches as we start to move away all that stuff that we've created to protect ourselves. That's what the prejudices are. They are protection from a boogeyman that doesn't exist. They rise up from a forgetting that we're all the same. And that this world, this life is not a competition. There's enough for everybody. And then start to slow your spin down until you come to a stop and a stillness. Let your hands come down to your knees. Take a long, deep breath in and out. And bring your arms in front of you, grabbing opposite elbows. You're going to begin to inhale, actually tapping your forehead, exhale, tapping your abdomen. Don't knock yourself out, go nice and gentle and nice and quick. Breathing in as your arms move up, exhaling as they move down. This exercise helps us to remember that all we need is inside. We reach outside to external things for security, and then we feel insecure because if it's outside of ourselves, then it can always leave anytime. This reminds us that everything we need is right inside, right? That energy of the third eye, the energy of our fire center. All the security we need is right there. For the last 30 seconds, as fast as you can. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale your palms together to your heart. And just pause in gratitude for you. Maybe connect with that balance of energy inside of you, the masculine and the feminine. Right? The masculine always creating a foundation, rules, right? Things that we need in order to maintain some kind of order. And then that amazing feminine moving through all of that and creating and creating and creating. A perfect balance, a perfect blend of masculine and feminine, allowing us to move through this world, to manifest, to be in this world and to know that we're not of this world. Bring your arms out to the sides, palms up. We're going to just begin to chant here. Sat Narayan Wahe Guru Hari Narayan Satanam. 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 Keep singing. Bring your hands, your fingers into Gyan Mudra while your palms still remain face up and out to your sides. Thumb and pointer touch together. Just keep chanting. And as you continue to chant, you're going to slowly begin to pull your elbows in, move your hands in so that they come very slowly right in front of your face, still in Gyan Mudra. The pinky side so the hands touch. And you just hold that right in front of your face. Your elbows can rest against your rib cage. Continue to chant. Sat Narayan Wahe Guru Hari Narayan Satanam. Let the chant become a whisper. This is the Narayan Mudra, mudra of the Supreme Being, mudra of you. The chant Sat Narayan Wahe Guru Hari Narayan Satanam. Chant for peace, inner and outer. Now let the chant become chant that vibrates in your mind, silence from your lips. As you breathe here for another moment or two. And take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let your hands come to your knees. And you can either stay here or make your way to your back for Shavasana. Satnarayan, Waheguru, Adonai Satnam. True sustainer, indescribable wisdom, creative sustenance, true identity. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Bring some movement to your fingers and toes if you're on your back. Maybe rock your head from side to side if you're seated, a few neck rolls. Bring your knees into your chest if you're lying down. Take a spinal twist, one direction or the other. Take a twist if you're seated also. And bringing the soles of your feet, the palms of your hands together, creating that fire. Pausing, placing those warm palms on your cheeks, fingers over your eyes. Bask in your own radiance for a moment. And then when you're ready, rock up and down to your spine or roll to your right. We'll all meet in a comfortable seat. Palms together. Eyes closed. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guides your way on. Please join me in sealing our practice together. Long Satnam, deep inhale. Sa. Nam. Letting your thumbs to the space between your brow, dropping your chin into your own amazing heart. Be loved, believe, be true to you. Satnam.